Hey guys, happy Monday to you. I'm going to dive right in here to what I think the three common mistakes that creatives and entrepreneurs and business folks make, artists especially. I'm going to dive right into them. One is I don't feel a lot of creatives measure. They don't measure their time. They don't measure their products. They don't measure the bank account. They don't measure the projects in general in terms of where they are at in reality of the facts of what's actually happening. That causes additional stress, that causes additional preoccupations, and it stifles the creativity. When I first started the business, measuring wasn't a big thing for me. I was kind of in denial. I just got to keep moving and moving and moving and moving and moving. And when I started to measure, I started to realize, hey, what did I actually spend on supplies for that job? Bidding out to subcontractors and bidding this job, how much was actually, after we charged the client, the amount of hours that were spent, the amount of supplies that were taken, just by measuring and writing down those actual facts, was I able to get a measurement of really what was actually netting out. And so measuring is such a key component of artists not being emotional about it, business owners not being, they get emotional about things because it's so attached to them. And I get it, I've been there. But one of the things that you would really help is if you really sit down and measure, what was my time? How much did we spend? What did it take to launch this thing? And where did we net at the end of the day? So measuring is a huge one. Second one is somewhat like measuring, but it's failing to plan. I'm a huge planner because planning for me actually shows me where I'm at in the journey and if I'm going to hit my mark. I begin with a technique I call beginning with the end in mind. Came from Stephen Covey, fantastic strategies that I learned many, many, many years ago, back in the 90s. And as soon as I started saying, how do I want my end of my life? How do I want the end of my year to end? How do I want this year to end? That then is dictating what I do today. So if you're failing to plan, you're not going to be able to get those results that you want in order to measure and have that success. So that's one thing. Make sure you plan. And I get down to how many hours I'm working on a project or a piece or anything, a sculpture or a drawing. How much am I charging for that? So what am I getting for that amount of time? Third of all, is what is netting, not just what the company grosses or what actually comes in, but what actually goes into the pocket versus what goes out to what it takes to make happen, whether it be vendors, whether it be other people that are involved in my life. So really take that into consideration. But when it comes to failing to plan or planning to fail, you have to set yourself up for success. And by doing that, it actually shows like, listen, this deadline was unrealistic, but you know what? It got me to my point and it got me to my deadline and it got me to my goal. Then you just keep chipping it away. But if you're just kind of wishing your way through your days and weeks and so on, and you're hoping that you kind of show up at the end of the year, I am very strategic and I'm very, very measuring those spots in my life, especially when it comes to my production. How many shirts do I want to release? How many blog posts do I want to release? How many videos do I want to release? Down to the minute of every single day. Second of all, or I should say third of all, third point that I think is paramount, that is a common trait of a mistake that most creatives and artists and entrepreneurs do not do. And that is the idea of having a mentor. Mentors are the ones that do help you plan. 2, they help you measure. But also at the same time, they're a person that you can follow, because if you can't follow them, who are you following? You're following yourself. And if we as individuals could have figured things out for ourselves, we already would have. So it requires getting a mentor. And maybe you don't have a mentor. I mentor a lot of folks. I just opened Noah University Online, which is my online mentoring platform. And that's an opportunity for creatives and entrepreneurs and individuals that want to build their brand. A chance and an opportunity to get my playbook of 30 years of failing forward, trial and error, working with big clients, getting my work into Costco, being able to do stuff that was in my garage and now getting it out into the world. How did that happen? How did I make that happen? How did I build my online platform? How did I build an audience? How was I able to discover what my story and my why was, and the whole purpose of why I'm even doing what I'm doing in the first place? And why am I doing art and the kind of art that I do it? And so I really love helping folks break down that part of their lives. What is their story, how to build their platform, and then how to reach their audience. And that process, I've created an online platform called noahuniversity.com. You can see the details down below this video. If you'd like to leave a content or a comment in my content down below, you're more than welcome to do that. But bottom line, that is an offer because most folks don't know how to get a mentor or where to find one. And I found that a lot of creatives don't have mentors in their life, and entrepreneurs don't have mentors in their life because they want to keep everything close-chested. They don't want to share their ideas, they don't want to collaborate, and they certainly don't want people looking under the hood of their life. By doing that, they feel vulnerable, they feel a little, like a little scared, they're in fear. But you guys, I got to encourage you, life is not meant to be done on a solo mission. Life is meant to be done in collaboration. There's an old, Indian proverb that is, if you want to go fast in life, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And I know that because of my mentors in life, I've been able to go extremely far in a short amount of time because they've helped me get to the sweet spot so much quicker, so much more precisely, where I'm not wasting my life and my time on things that don't produce fruit and impact. I had to live my life in such a way that I wanted to wake up and know for certain that is what I'm doing today, exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, exactly how I'm supposed to do it, and who I'm supposed to do it with. I wanted that peace of mind. I didn't want my life to feel like I was just trying all the time. And I also didn't want my life where I felt like I was just getting through it, surviving life, not thriving in life or having it abundant. So I share a lot of those strategies and techniques of getting your life uncorked, getting it organized, looking under the hood. Let's get to the reality, let's measure, and then let's get a plan. And let's do it together and have a lot of fun. Plus our entire crazy community of amazing creatives and entrepreneurs that are within our private group. It's fantastic. And so I would invite you to join us in that. You can check it out today. Enrollment's open. And noahuniversity.com. If you'd like to learn from me, that's all my teachings of 30 years handed to you as a playbook. You're more than welcome to join us in that journey. If not, leave a comment below. I hope that you've learned these 3 points of how to measure, how to plan, but also how to get a mentor. So I wish you guys the best week. Have fun, and thanks for being here.